If you clicked this video today, it's not by accident. You were led here for a reason. Your guardian angel is trying to send you a message, one that holds the key to something life-changing. Take a deep breath, center yourself, and open your heart. What you're about to read could shift everything in your life. The person who left your life was never meant to stay. It hurt, and you gave them your heart, believing in the future you had imagined together. But have you ever considered that their departure was divine protection? God saw what you couldn't. He saw the pain they would have caused, the burdens they carried, and the distractions they brought into your life. He removed them because they were delaying your growth, draining your energy, and preventing you from stepping into the blessings meant for you. Instead of asking why they left, shift your focus to what God is making space for. When one door closes, another is waiting to open, but you must let go first. You must release the past so that your heart and hands are free to receive what's next. If you are ready to surrender the past and trust in God's plan, affirm it with faith. A new person is coming into your life, not by accident, but as an answer to prayers you may have forgotten. This is not just another connection or a fleeting presence. This person is a reflection of your growth, the lessons you've learned, and the wisdom you now carry. They are not a repetition of your past. They will not reopen old wounds or trigger old fears. Instead, they will remind you of what love was always meant to be: healing, uplifting, and purposeful. They will not take from you. They will pour into you. They will not break you. They will build with you. Before you step into this new season, ask yourself if you are truly ready for something real. What God is bringing is not temporary, not a test, and not a distraction. It is a divine connection, one that aligns with your purpose instead of pulling you away from it. This requires you to be fully present, fully aware, and fully open. You may feel cautious because you have been hurt before. You have loved and lost, trusted and been let down. Your heart has endured pain, and while you have healed, the scars remain. And now, as this new person enters your life, you might wonder if it's too good to be true. But this time is different. You are not ignoring red flags. You are not settling for less. You know what love should feel like, and this is it. You will no longer entertain inconsistency. You won't mistake attention for love or affection for true intention. You now understand the difference, and because of that, God is sending you a love that reflects your strength, your patience, and your worth. If you are ready to receive this love, affirm it with belief and gratitude. This person is not perfect. They have their own journey, their own battles, and their own scars. But what sets them apart is their purpose. They are coming with intention. They will challenge you, but only in ways that help you grow. They will speak life into you when you feel weak and remind you of the dreams you once buried, the passions you once silenced, and the purpose you were created for. Their presence will bring clarity, not confusion, peace, not chaos, love, not fear. This is how you will recognize them. Love sent by God does not create anxiety, it creates assurance. It does not leave you wondering where you stand, it makes you feel secure. It does not take from you, it gives freely. You do not have to chase what is meant for you. You do not have to beg for love, attention, or commitment. You do not have to convince someone to see your worth. The right person will recognize your value from the start. They will choose you, not because they need to, but because they want to. Not because they are lonely, but because they truly see you. This love is not coming to complete you. You are already whole. They are coming to align with you, to walk beside you, to build a life with you. This is more than just encouragement. It is a divine reminder. God has not forgotten you. He has been working behind the scenes, aligning everything in perfect timing. The love you have been waiting for is already on its way. The right person is already being prepared, just as you have been prepared. And when they arrive, everything will make sense. The waiting will make sense. The heartbreaks will make sense. The delays, the rejections, the loneliness, it will all suddenly feel worth it, because this love will restore your faith. It will remind you why things had to end the way they did. It will show you that God was protecting you, not punishing you. He was setting you apart, not leaving you behind. He was preparing you for something greater. Before you receive this blessing, God needs you to do one thing: let go of what was. Let go of every person who left. Let go of every heartbreak that made you question your worth. Let go of every disappointment that made you doubt if real love even exists. Because you cannot receive what is ahead while holding on to what is behind. You cannot compare this new love to your past. You cannot bring old fears into a new beginning. This is not the same. This time is different. This time it is divine, and it requires you to be fully open, fully present, and fully trusting. Take this moment to surrender, to release, to make room for what is coming. This love will be a reflection of all the love you have poured into others, finally being returned to you. It will be effortless, not because love is always easy, but because two people, aligned by God, choose to make it work. They choose honesty. They choose patience. They choose commitment. They choose you, and you will choose them because it will feel right, because it will feel safe, because their love will remind you of God's love, pure, unwavering, and unconditional. This is your time, your season, your moment to receive. Believe it, claim it, and prepare for it. The best is yet to come, and when it does, you will know. You will feel it in your soul. Everything that has happened, every heartbreak, every disappointment, every closed door was not to destroy you. It was preparing you. You may not see it yet, but one day you will. You will look back and realize why things unfolded the way they did. You will see that the pain was necessary. The tears, the late nights, the unanswered questions, they all led you here, to this moment, to this awakening. God has been working behind the scenes, aligning every detail, removing what was blocking your path, making space for what is truly meant for you. It may have felt like loss, but in reality, it was divine intervention. You were never being abandoned, you were being positioned. Positioned for greater, for deeper, for something that will not leave you empty, but will fill you in ways you never imagined. If you understand this now, embrace it with trust. This is where your faith is tested. It's easy to trust when everything makes sense, when the pieces fit perfectly. But what about when they don't? What about when you're left in the dark, unsure of what's next? This is when trust matters most. This is when you must stand firm and say, I may not understand, but I believe, because God's timing is perfect, even when it feels delayed. What He has for you is worth the wait. The person coming into your life is not just another chapter. They are part of the bigger story God is writing for you. But be careful. If you are still holding on to bitterness, resentment, or fear, you may miss them. You may push them away, because true love cannot thrive where past wounds still bleed. You must heal. You must forgive, not for them, but for you. This next season of your life is about abundance, overflow, and stepping into the love you were always meant to experience. No more settling. No more accepting half-hearted efforts. No more convincing someone to see your worth. The right person will see it without you having to prove a thing. The right person will recognize you as a blessing, not a burden. And when they arrive, it will feel different. There will be no doubt, no confusion, no second guessing. Their energy will feel safe. Their presence will bring peace, not fear. And you will know, because this love was meant for you all along. You deserve a love that is real, whole, and fulfilling. A love that meets you with honesty, consistency, and care. But to receive this love, you must first release the past. You cannot embrace something new while holding on to what has already ended. You cannot welcome true love while carrying old wounds, fears, and disappointments. The pain of past relationships, the heartbreak, the betrayals, and the disappointments must no longer have a place in your heart. Let go of the moments that broke you, the words that wounded you, and the doubts that made you question love itself. Stop waiting for closure, because the only closure you need is understanding this. What is meant for you will never pass you by. What left your life was never yours to keep. It was a stepping stone, not a final destination. It was not your destiny, just a lesson. God is not asking you to revisit the past. He is asking you to move forward, to trust that what lies ahead is far better than what was left behind. The love that is coming will not break you, it will build you. It will pour into you the same way you have poured into others. It will strengthen you, restore you, and remind you what true love is supposed to feel like. The person coming into your life is not here to waste your time or test your patience. They will not leave you second-guessing where you stand. They will see your heart, recognize your light, and cherish it because they have been preparing for something real, just like you. They too have experienced loss, growth, and transformation. They too have prayed for a love that is honest and lasting. The waiting was necessary. It was not a punishment, but a preparation. God was not only preparing someone for you, He was preparing you for them. He was ensuring that when love arrives, it will not be hindered by past wounds, fears, or doubts. This time, love will feel different because you are different. You have grown. You have healed. You have learned the difference between a lesson and a blessing. This love will not be a cycle of highs and lows, confusion, or uncertainty. It will not leave you drained, unworthy, or questioning your place in someone's life. It will not make you feel like you have to prove your worth or fight for a place in their heart. Instead, it will feel steady, safe, and certain. It will remind you that real love is meant to feel like home. No more looking back. No more questioning why things didn't work out. And no more doubting whether love is meant for you. It is, and it always has been. But to receive it, you must believe it. You must be open, ready, and willing to step forward without fear. You must let go of the belief that love has to hurt, that it must be fought for, or that you are asking for too much. You are not asking for too much. You are asking for the love God always intended for you. The right love will not ask you to change who you are. It will not make you beg for effort. It will not make you feel like a second option. The right love will choose you every single day. It will see your soul as it is, accept your past without judgment, and embrace your heart with care. This love exists. It is already making its way to you. And when it arrives, it will feel effortless, not rushed, not uncertain, not like something you have to force. It will feel natural. It will feel divine. You will know not just by words, but by actions, by effort, by consistency, and by the peace you feel when they are near. The person God is sending will not just love you, they will truly see you. They will understand your heart, respect your boundaries, and appreciate your depth. They will value your presence and never take you for granted. This love will be built on faith, trust, and purpose. It will not be perfect, but it will be pure and intentional. One day, you will look back and understand why nothing before this worked out. Every rejection was protection. Every delay was redirection. Every closed door was a blessing in disguise. The waiting made you stronger. The unanswered prayers were making room for something greater. And now it is coming. Everything is aligning. Every tear you cried was watering the seed of this blessing. Every lonely night was preparing you for this love. Every painful ending was leading you to a beautiful beginning. You are about to receive what you have been praying for. Now is the time to believe in love again, to embrace what is ahead without fear, to trust that what is meant for you is already on its way. This love is not your past. It is your future. A love that stays. A love that grows. A love that is worth the wait. A love that is worth the healing. A love that is worth the journey. This love will not remind you of heartbreak, but of hope. It will not make you feel small, but significant. It will not take from you. It will give to you. It will restore you. It will remind you of the love God has always had in store for you. Get ready, because your love story is about to begin.